Welcome to the Real Estate Leading Edge podcast, where every week we interview a top producing agent who will share with you exactly how to grow your business and live the life of your dreams.
Hey there, Sherri here. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Leading Edge podcast, where every single week we bring you a new guest that's going to give you a lot of value to help you take your life and your business to the next level. I'm joined this week by my co-host Sherri.
Hi, Sherri.
And the amazing Rabeeh Hammoud.
Yes.
Hello.
I'm sorry, Robert Cabani was not feeling well today, so, we're going to have to do just without him. But
some big shoes to fill in.
Yes, I know. I'm nervous. My sidekick is missing in action
That's
today.
right. That's right. Awesome. All right, so let's get the ball rolling. Let's get started. Rabeeh, can you give us an introduction about, who are you, how long you've been in real estate, etc. What do you work out of, all that good stuff.
All right, awesome. I work at RE/MAX Leading Edge at the Canton office. My name is Rabeeh Hammoud. I go by Rabeeh. I've been in the business for approximately 6 years now, and I just recently came over to RE/MAX in December of 2018, and it's been life-changing. It's a great experience. I appreciate everything Sherri's been doing here for the agents and for the office itself. Increasing the numbers of the agents that are working, not just looking at an agent in regards to numbers and money, but in regards to bringing them in as family, and that's key. That's key to a good brokerage.
Love it. Well, hey, we're glad you are on board.
Always.
And so you've been in business for 6 years now.
Yes.
Just so we can have a background about you, like what did you do before you got involved in real estate, and why did you choose to get into real estate?
Okay, so I was predominantly family business oriented. My father came to this country back in 1975, and I'm the first generation here. I was born here, and all his life he's been in business in the community, and we grew into different businesses together. I've always worked with my father. He passed away approximately 10 years ago, and when he passed, we were predominantly in self-employment. Basically, we had restaurants, gas stations, stores, shopping centers. We bought real estate for ourselves. After 2008, the economy dropped, and we had to, he ended up passing away, God rest his soul.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
So I ended up changing career paths. Instead, I didn't want to be 15, 16 hours a day in a brick and mortar business. So I went back to what I like to do, which was being a landlord, having properties. And I said to myself, well, people come to me for advice on purchasing real estate. Why not do it and make some money on it, make some money with it, to be honest. I mean, get paid for your advice. And I found it to be really good. It freed up my time, gave me more time with my kids, with my family, and also it gave me a steady income, which was nice. And I always look to better that, to get, to every year be better. And that's why I switched a couple of brokerages before I came here. And I found that every broker I was with taught me a little bit something. But I found the tools with this brokerage, with RE/MAX Leading Edge, I found the tools that they offer and the help and the assistance that they're giving has really taken my skills to another level. And that's where I'm at this point.
Terrific. Well,
Welcome to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure being here, to be honest.
Good. So I always like to ask this question, and pretty much ask the same question in almost every single one of the episodes. And did you get the Mercedes with the license?
No, no Mercedes with the license. I honestly, I like nice cars. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have a nice car. But at the same time, I don't think that for me, just for me, myself, I think that my goals are to take care of my family and make sure that they're set, you know, and not have to
So
go
family
out and
before
work.
choice.
Family before
Yeah.
choice.
Right.
100%.
Right. So basically, did you start getting business right away? What was it like when you first got involved in the business? Did you, have production right away?
I'll be honest, my first year in the business, I was at a brokerage that gave me no support other than basically telling me, here's our package, here's the paperwork, taught me how to fill out their forms, and said, okay, go, do it. I
They
only
sent you
made,
to the wolves.
they just said go. And honestly, I didn't do much my first year. Numbers wise, my commission was for the whole year was $6,000.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Could have
yeah,
made more working at McDonald's.
not good. But
don't
I
mean-
had
I
no
don't mean to-
support.
I don't mean to
That's okay.
insult.
No, you're right. You're right.
No, anything given back to anybody who works there. But yeah, I mean, $6,000,
100%.
a family, with kids to feed and a wife. That's hard.
100%. It was really hard. If it wasn't for my rental incomes that I have and other businesses that I was involved in at the time, I could not have survived. I could not have survived. But I've learned that moving from one brokerage to another, they teach you different things. And then there's certain brokers like Sherri, which basically, honestly, Sherri has really stepped up with me and, is offering a lot of support. Teaching me new techniques with Shadi and Sherri together, how to better my business, how to grow, and every year it's just a learning. It's just learning how to grow and taking it all in. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't. $6,000 my first year.
So one of the things here that with you starting your real estate career and stuff, that you were buying your leads, and when you transitioned to here at Remax Leading Edge, we were able to help you in Sherri coaching you to not buy any more leads. So
Correct.
This whole topic is about you're building the life of your dreams by you controlling your own business.
Right.
Correct.
Correct.
Right, Sherri?
Yeah. So how do you get in your business now?
Well,
Well, first of all, what's your goal for this year?
This year.
Well, my goal this year is to hit at least 60 units sold
Okay.
and do over 150,000 in sales.
Okay.
Great.
That is my goal for this year, and I want to do that with the least amount of money out of pocket.
Yes.
Because what I found is we can pay Zillow a lot of money, but the leads that they provide are not worth the money that they're asking us to pay, and it's not just Zillow, it's other companies as well. They tell you, yeah, we'll send you leads, you pay us $1,000 a month. Well, yeah, I'll pay you $1,000 a month, but the leads you're giving me are people who really are not
Qualified.
Exactly. And then you're just wasting your money.
You gotta screen all those leads just to get, a qualified buyer. So
Right.
it's putting
Right.
more work on you.
Right. So what you're saying is, you want to increase your production, but you also want to increase your profit.
Of course, you want to increase your profit. Production will come when you put in the work.
Right.
So
Are you putting in the work right now?
I am putting in the
What
work.
kind of work are you putting in right now?
We're making our calls with cold calling.
Who are you calling specifically?
I'm calling expires right now.
Okay. Did you used to call
Since I came
expires
on,
before?
never.
Did you ever think about, like, the first 6 years of your career, did you ever think about calling expires?
Yes. So
But you didn't.
I didn't do it. I
Okay,
didn't follow through.
So there's a lot of people out there that have been thinking about calling expires that never called expires. I'm just curious to speak to that person. What held you back and how did you overcome it so we can help someone else out there who may be in the same shoes?
Okay. In regards to what held me back, fear of rejection.
Okay.
So you get on a phone, you call somebody and they say, no, or don't call me, or you SO, they start using the language. We gotta stop. I realize.
This is a PG show.
Right. So we gotta keep it PG.
Yes,
All right.
please.
So
Doc,
we need to get on the phones. When I did get on the phones, with Sherri.
Before Sherri, let's talk before Sherri.
Before Sherri, okay.
You had a fear to get on the phones.
Right.
Okay.
I had a fear to get on the phones.
Did you ever try to get on the phones?
I tried to get on the phones, and I found myself just not doing it.
Okay.
Like I would get there, I would put a list of numbers that I want to call in front of me, and I just would not do it. It was the fear of rejection. That was the main thing. I couldn't. Nobody was there to push me. Nobody was there to even say to me, "Hey, look, you got to do it," or "This is how you do it," or "This is what's going on." So I was basically afraid because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to proceed on the phones. So when I came here, when I came to Remax Leading Edge, and Sherri is teaching the courses here.
That is exclusive.
That is exclusive,
right?
There you go.
Area.
So when I did get with Sherri and start learning the different techniques and the scripts I need to use to perform on the phone, I felt more comfortable getting on the phone. I started in December of 2018. I started learning the scripts, learning the techniques that I was being taught. My first expired, I was calling expireds, and the first 2-3 weeks, I was calling. I wasn't hitting anything. I wasn't hitting as many contacts as I need to, and Sherri will elaborate on the contacts, with...
but you texted me your numbers every single day, so it was work in progress, and that's exactly what makes the difference, because left to your own devices, you were like, oh, this stuff is not working, I'm not going to do it. But you were, like, it's not a Sherri B thing, it's not a Sherri thing, it's not a you thing, it's a we thing. So we together kept on taking a look at your numbers every single day and saying, okay, well, if you hit that much today, can we do just one more tomorrow? Can we just do one more tomorrow? And then, the number of contacts went up, then what happened?
So when the number of contacts started going up, I started setting appointments. And when you start setting the appointments, that's where you start feeling better about yourself. And plus, when you get on the phone and hey, I'm going to get that appointment, you just, like, your whole confidence level goes from here to here. And it's amazing,
So would you see the fear is gone?
The fear's gone, yeah. I'll get on the phone now, no question.
So you're fearless?
Yeah, I'm fearless, I don't care.
Okay.
I'll get on the phone, tell me right now, I'll call anybody you want.
Really?
No worries.
What would you tell them?
What would I tell them?
Yeah, how would you start it?
I would say, well, it depends on what I'm calling for, right?
Yes.
So if I'm calling and the guy's a potential buyer, I would say, hey.
What about unexpired?
Unexpired, I would call and then basically say, hey, Mr. Seller or homeowner, Mr. Homeowner.
Yeah.
My name is Rabeeh from Remax, and I was just giving you a quick call to let you to see if you were looking to put your home back on the market. And I'd give his home address and go from there.
So you have a script you follow?
Of course, I have.
Do you ever go outside your script? Do you ever go outside your script?
Sometimes you go outside your script. Not every conversation can be scripted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that come across. Somebody has a hardship. You can't just keep going on the script.
Yeah.
You sound heartless.
Right.
Like I've called people that would tell me, I was looking to sell my house, but in the middle of our sale, my husband passed away.
Right.
God rest his soul.
The script just went out the door.
The script just went out the door. You can't go by the script. What am I going to tell her? Well, if you had sold your home, where are you going to go? She's going to look at me like, are you crazy? Or talk to me, and she's going to hang up.
She's like, where's your broker? Let me talk to your broker.
She's going to hang up in my face, So basically, the script goes out the window. But at the same time, you learn to adjust. So when that person tells you that, you say, well, hey, sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
If in the near future, if you don't mind, I'd like to call you back. So take their information if they're willing to talk to you at that point. Say, hey, if you're looking to sell in the near future, I would, at that point, we would sit down and discuss it, and we'll set an appointment at that point.
So basically, what he's saying in different words is, the script is the foundation. You have to learn the script. You have to memorize the script, okay? And it's going to fit some people that you speak to perfectly, okay? However, you can't let go of the human touch. You gotta be listener. You gotta be compassionate. You gotta be passionate about what you do. You gotta be passionate about helping the person on the other end of the line. And sometimes that calls for a question that's not on the script.
Yeah.
Correct.
And you gotta go there with them.
Yes.
So basically you went from like, I'm afraid to get on the phones, I have a fear of rejection, let me learn the script, let me make the calls, let me increase my calls, let me, have better conversations.
Correct.
And that led to appointments.
Yes.
Okay. So now, once you started to go on appointments, did you start converting the people right away, or was there a process you had to go through?
Well, there's still a process. I did convert.
Yes.
I did convert people, and you learn. Well, I've learned that there are certain people who are a hot lead,
Yes.
or a
Warm,
person who's
cold.
Right now.
right now they want to sell again
Yeah.
right
Yes.
now, and there's people that you talk to them now, and then
You gotta nurture it.
you got to nurture it. You gotta talk to them again and again, and just make them feel comfortable with
Yes.
you. Once they get comfortable with you, they're willing to work with you more.
How do you nurture that lead that is warm?
Well, you follow up. Is the major thing is follow up. So a lot of agents don't follow up.
Well, first of all, before we talk about follow up, okay. So basically, what you're saying is, I'm making phone calls. I get a lot of no's.
Yeah.
I get some yeses for right now,
Right.
and I get people to say maybe in the future.
Correct.
So we already addressed the yes people. Now you go on the appointment, you have a good conversation, either get the business or you don't, right?
Right.
And then the people that are no, there's nothing you can do about it, right?
Right.
And then there's the maybes, okay. And then first of all, before we talk about how do you follow up with them, what do you use to track your leads?
Okay, so
Everybody uses something different. I'm just curious. I don't even know what you use.
right. So the leads that I get from the expireds, I use a system that I make the calls with.
Yeah.
When I make those calls, if I get a person on the phone that says, "Hey, I need to talk to you maybe a month down the road. I'm not right now. It's not."
Yeah. Call to remodel the house.
Yeah.
Or
Right, I gotta do
get them
something.
out of school after the holiday, whatever.
Correct. So that person goes into a binder that I
Okay.
have set up.
So you print it.
I print it.
Okay.
I print the lead. I make sure I note on it. I note on the lead that I need to call this person. That's one system that I use. Another system is built into the program that I use that
So
helps me
what
call.
program do you use in case somebody wants to use the same program?
I use Mojo Dialer,
Okay.
and within the system with Mojo, it allows you to
Create folders.
create a
buckets.
folder or follow up with
I
a
did not know
client.
that.
Yeah, so I can click on follow up. I can type in follow up. Let's say it's a month down the road, 30 days down the road. I give myself a date, a time, and it stores the number that you called them plus their information, and it will also send you a reminder email a day before you need to contact that person.
Love
So it'll
Yeah.
tell you need to.
Technology
Okay.
again.
So
Yeah.
basically, you're using.
I use two methods.
So you're
I
using
make
print
sure
and
I
technology.
use print and
Okay.
technology.
So you print them out.
Right.
You put them in the binder.
Correct.
How often do you follow up on?
So I follow up.
Like, do you have like in your schedule? Do I do lead follow up every day? Do I do lead follow up a couple days a week?
Well, I set myself up to where it's once a week. I'll follow up on a Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll make sure on a Wednesday I know if
You
it's
know
not in the
exactly.
morning, it's in the afternoon, depending on my schedule that day. If I have any clients or showings,
Yeah.
so forth. So that binder, which I have, is what I call the hot leads that I think people that want to list now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are people I'm constantly every week contacting. I don't care if they told me 30 days from now, and I felt on the phone that they were wanting to list right away, and they said call me in 30 days, but I had the feeling I would still call them every
week
Wednesday.
later.
Yeah,
Oh,
a week
love
later.
it. Okay, good.
So I'm still in contact.
In the middle of the follow-ups, do you send any kind of materials to the house, any information package about you?
To the house, I have not sent anything.
Okay.
I have
You
not
send
sent
an email, a text message.
I send emails and I send text messages,
Okay.
Okay.
and I make sure they have my info.
Okay.
But I have not yet sent anything to the house because my goal is to keep my costs down.
Okay.
So flyers or mailers are added cost, and I'm trying to do it to where I can perform without having added costs.
Okay.
You know?
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So you follow up with the people every single week.
Yes.
Okay. So no matter what, Wednesday, whether it's morning, afternoon, it don't matter.
Right.
You're going to make the calls. They're going to hear from you. If they don't pick up the phone, do you leave messages?
I do leave messages. I say, hey, this is Rabeeh from Remax. We had talked last week. I'm just giving you a call back to see how you're doing. You know, I'm not pushing them about their house. I'm not saying I'm calling about listing your house or anything like that.
You just stay in touch.
I'm just staying in touch. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
calling to say how you doing. How's everything going? How's the family? Love to talk to you sometime. Give me a call.
You're building a relationship.
Trying to build a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the route I've been going.
Okay.
So it's not about transactions too. It's about building a relationship.
Building a relationship, and you got to keep your name. I mean, look, I've talked to people on the phone where they've said, "Hey, I just talked to a certain realtor, and they were really pushy." I don't want somebody like that, you know. And I feel like being pushy, you're pushing the client away.
Yep.
You know, so you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you build a rapport, and you try to build that database. Also, if somebody doesn't want to talk to you after the third or fourth time, maybe fifth time, they're not answering anymore. They're just saying, no, don't call me, whatever. You take them out of your file because it's not worth calling that person anymore because you're going to you're going to irritate them.
Yeah.
And after a while, they're just, they're not even going to respond. So you
Love
yeah.
Love it.
So that's one lead system that you've accustomed yourself to, trained yourself to do instead of buying your leads. So after you do list a property and you close on the property, do you try to convert leads from that closed sale? What do you do then?
Yes, I always ask for referrals.
Okay.
Any client I've dealt with, I always ask for referrals. Referrals is 80% of business. And ask any realtor, referrals are where your business comes from. I mean, leads are great, but those leads help you build your database, and that you take that database and you turn it into referrals, and referrals will keep you going forever. Because word of mouth, it works wonders, especially if somebody likes you.
Yeah, absolutely.
They all like Sherri.
You sure about that?
Yeah, 100%. Who doesn't like Sherri? Sherri, what's up? You're smiling, man.
I'm waiting for you to say, who doesn't like Sherri?
Who doesn't? Oh, okay. Who doesn't like Sherri?
No. Have you bought any Zillow leads or any Trulia leads or any other leads since
I don't do that
since you
anymore.
become self-made?
I don't do that anymore.
You don't.
No.
So basically,
I do not pay for leads anymore.
So basically, you're running a business by design.
I'm running a business by design.
Got
Yes.
it. Okay. So a couple of things, and since we started the training and you came on board and all that stuff, I observe different things in different people. And one of the things that I've observed about you, and I think it has a lot to do with you becoming way more successful this year, like closing way more deals and increasing your profit. Is, you show up to every single training, whether it's online or offline. I think you only missed one training because you had to go to the board or something like that.
Right.
So how important is you receiving training? Look, we're speaking to every single person out there.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of companies out there that don't offer training. I get that, okay? That's why people like me are in business, okay? But, you got to go out there and you got to seek the training yourself. So talk about training and how important it is and what it's done for you, mentorship, etc.
Well, knowledge is power, right? So the more you know, the better you're going to be.
More confident.
The more confident you're going to be as well, yes. But so in this business, if you don't know how to put a purchase agreement together, if you don't know how to talk to people, you won't go anywhere.
If you don't know the market,
you don't know your market too. You won't
Yes.
get anywhere.
That's very important.
Because anybody can get their license, but not everybody can handle the pressure of being an agent. Somebody will tell you, "Oh, being an agent, it's easy. Oh, you got free time. You're here. You're there." No, it's not that. It's not like that. Being an agent, you are responsible for your client. Your fiduciary duty is for your client. You don't want to not know and have your client be mad at you. You will never get a referral from that client. He'll badmouth you.
Yeah.
You know, once you start getting bad mouth, you just ruin your reputation. This business is built on
You won't get
reputation.
referrals no more.
No.
You won't get no more referrals.
Because
So-
we are the educators to these buyers and sellers. We are the
That's right.
professional. We are the educators in the real estate industry. They come to you. So when they ask you a question and you have to get back to them, that doesn't make you look good.
That's correct.
That's why
That's
you
correct.
should educate yourself and come to the classes and talk to your peers and read and even Google or YouTube, anything.
Yeah.
Right.
What's been the biggest lesson for you so far? Like, you know, what is one thing you can put your finger on and say, this right here moved the needle in the right direction?
Yes. Good question,
Getting-
Jenny.
Thanks.
The biggest lesson for me is learning how to perform on the phones.
Yeah.
Because when I was starting off, I never had anybody sit down and say, this is what you need to do on the phones to generate business. So I took it to another level for me. But when I started the courses with Sherri, and I started getting on the phones. When I started getting on the phones, I started getting more comfortable. And now I get to the point where I'll pick up the phone to speak to anybody, anytime, any place. It doesn't matter for what. Even outside of real estate. You know, I'll pick up the phone and talk to somebody. Let's say I'm
You'll unleash a giant.
something like that. But a lot of people tell me now, you know, hey, you know, we haven't heard from you in a while. Now you're calling me more. Yeah, because, you know, before I wasn't comfortable getting on the phones.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting on the phones and I am using the techniques that I've been taught. And the techniques that I've been taught have been working. And it's created a new
Stream of income.
and a new client base.
Yeah.
So before I used to work a lot within the community,
Yeah.
people within our community. Now my client base has expanded outside the community.
So you've built a bigger community now.
I've built a bigger community,
Yes.
right? And that's taking me to another level.
Yeah.
Because I talk to a lot of agents that have been in the business for 20 years, 30 years. And they tell me, how are you getting these?
Yeah.
How are you closing these deals? Where are you getting these clients? Because they see that those clients are not just within the small community.
Right. People are taking notice.
They're taking notice. So they're seeing that, you know, there's a diversity in my clientele,
Yeah.
right? And I tell them, I said, you need to be diverse
Yes, absolutely.
to succeed. You can't focus on
Just one lead source.
No.
right?
Right. So, something I want to talk about. It's in relationship to what you said, but this show is not about you. It's not about Sherri. It's not about me.
Right.
It's about our audience, and
Yes.
not only the people within our Detroit metro area. We're talking about, like, you know, we have like a viewership and a listenership from across the country, and, you know, we're doing this for the love of the industry, right? Okay, and we want to help people everywhere as much as we possibly can. So I'm going to give it a little bit of coaching.
Sure, go ahead.
Right
Sure.
now.
Plug it in, Jenny.
Yeah. So one of the things that you know we've decided to do, Sherri, was, you know, you said I want my agents to do this, and when I came on board, it wasn't just about telling people what to do. We took it a step further, and you can recall, like, we'd be sitting in this room right here with a bunch of agents, and what we do is we have somebody that actually starts calling, and you can hear both sides of the conversation. Correct. And would you agree that was like a big eye opener for you?
That was major.
Major.
Because seeing it,
Yeah.
then doing it,
Yeah.
was easier.
Yeah.
When you see it, you want to do it.
Yes.
Right? Now, talking about it, it's one thing.
Yeah.
But when you see it done,
Yeah.
and you see the reaction,
Yeah.
and you see that if somebody tells you, hey, don't call me no more, and click, that it wasn't a big disappointment on the
Yes.
person calling. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like, oh my God, they just broke
It was
my
nothing.
heart.
Yeah.
Right.
It was nothing.
Right.
You know, okay, so it was a rejection.
Right.
You take the rejection and you move on.
Exactly.
You know?
So the reason I'm bringing that up is because I want you, you know, the person that's watching this or listening to this, I want you to find someone within your community, okay? Maybe someone within your office that's already doing this because you're having a hard time doing it yourself. I want you to, you know, pick up the phone, call that person, and ask them if it's okay for you to go and watch them do it. And I guarantee you, you will have a major breakthrough. And if you are in the Detroit metropolitan area, we have 3 offices. We have one in Detroit, we have one in Canton, and one in Dearborn Heights.
Go Canton, go Canton.
You're more than welcome to give Rabeeh a call.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Give Sherri a
Absolutely.
call.
We're here to help everyone.
And it's not about recruiting or anything
No.
like that. It's just about, helping out everybody. If you ever want to come here and you want to observe this in action, you're more than welcome. Do I have your permission?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So
100%.
we definitely want to make a difference
Yeah.
for you, and I think that would be a good thing for you. Now, do you have a question?
No, how does it make you feel that your peers are here watching you, cold call, and that, I mean.
That's a very good question. Let
Yeah.
me tell you why. Because another thing I've observed with him is he's also became a mentor.
Yeah.
Because it's all about like he went and gained the knowledge, he applied the knowledge, he got results from the
Yeah.
knowledge, and then people look at him as a role model.
Yeah.
And now we have like, people that are just like.
They're clinging to him now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what does that make you feel like, bro?
I mean,
Superstar.
it's, you know what? It makes you feel good
Okay.
that you're able to help people.
Yeah.
That's key because,
You don't look at him as your competition?
I don't. Honestly, look, like I said, I went through 2 different offices before I came to this office, and it's mostly everybody for themselves, right? In this office, with the group setting, with everything that's happening, you feel the camaraderie. So you feel needed, wanted, togetherness,
Yes.
and that helps because you know what? If I'm having a bad day, I can come in and talk to somebody and say, hey, this is what happened,
If
right?
I'm having a bad day.
If you're having a day, you come talk to us. Same thing. So people are there for you. You know what I mean? There's a support group.
Yeah.
If it's not 50 people, it's 5 or 6.
Yeah.
As long as somebody's there, first of all, to help you in your business, because at certain times, even the most experienced agent needs help.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
mean, it doesn't matter who you are. There's always something to learn. And my thing is I got to keep learning. And here at Remax Leading Edge, I've been learning. I mean, honestly, there's things that I never did before that I'm doing now. And the cold calling is one of them. That's a major, major thing for me.
Love it. Love it.
100%.
Well, congratulations on that breakthrough.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. All right. So is there a question that you feel like we should have asked you that we didn't ask you that we should ask you?
Wait, repeat that?
Exactly. Is there a question that you feel either myself or Sherri should have asked you that we did not ask you that we should ask you?
Honestly, the questions you asked are legitimate questions. They're perfect questions for the real estate industry, and I think you did a great job.
See, I told you nobody can answer the question.
Nobody could. No.
Nobody can answer the question, right?
Did we make you nervous? Is that why you can't come up with something?
No,
He's fearless. He doesn't get nervous.
I'm not nervous. I'm not
Just pretend I'm
nervous.
that seller on that other line that you're calling.
That's right. Obviously, you understand
Yes.
that I can do the job for you, correct?
Correct.
Oh, that right there was
Sherri knows what's up.
that was some very strategic wording you used right there. Some people are going to click rewind and try to figure out
Try to
exactly
figure it
what
out,
he said.
right?
I've noticed you tried. I noticed too that you tried some door knocking too. As a
I
lead.
did.
Yes.
Did
you follow up with that, or did you just let it go?
honestly, I did it twice
Uh-huh.
in a certain area,
Okay.
and I haven't been back out. A little bit to do with the time frame we're in right now.
Yeah,
February,
the weather change.
The weather change
right now.
and yeah.
We are just, for some of the people that are watching this, maybe from different parts of the country, they have snow here.
That's right. It's cold.
They have rain here. They have mud here.
That's right.
And sometimes, you can't go out door knocking for a month or
Yeah.
so. But is it something that you feel like you're going to continue to do now? That
I
the
am.
weather
I
has
am going
gotten better?
to. I am going to get back out there.
Yeah.
To do the door knocking.
Because it takes 3 times for that client or that prospective buyer or seller to recognize you.
Yeah.
So you got to hit it 3 times in a
Right.
row. And be
I-
creative.
I'll be honest. I did door knocking before when I first started, and you can get results from it.
Yeah.
You just got to keep doing it.
You got to be consistent.
You got to be consistent, and I went away from that.
Right.
And now.
But now you're coming back with a brand new skill.
Right. So now I got a brand new skill. Plus, I got another skill, not just the phones, but the communication.
Yeah.
So my communication skills, I think, have gotten better
Yeah.
Right.
in regards to how to talk to a potential seller or a buyer.
Right.
You know,
Especially now that you're learning NLP.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. The NLP is really helping, and I've been trying to use it in my daily life, not just with real estate. You know.
Oh, so I got to be careful then.
You got to be careful, right?
Thank you for warning me. So when that contract is coming around the corner,
Negotiating.
Negotiating tactics, right?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, my what I bring to the table will talk to itself for itself, and
I like
you
that.
take care of that contract
So
on your own.
So what I bring to the table it will speak for itself.
It'll speak for itself,
like
right?
that,
You
yes.
give me your stamp of approval.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. We're very honored and privileged to have you here.
We appreciate it. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
You guys have done a lot, honestly. I mean, the stuff that other agents pay thousands of dollars for, we're getting it for free. Honestly. I mean, you can't beat that. Why wouldn't you show up?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So I talk to other people. There's other coaches out there charging thousands of dollars.
I'm one of them.
You're one of them, right? I'm not, but for us, Sherri is flipping the bill. So, I mean, why not take advantage?
My whole thing is when you succeed, I succeed.
That's correct.
Yeah.
When the
It's all
agent
about the
succeeds, the
people.
office
It's
succeeds,
all
the
about the
broker, the broker to me in an office needs the agents as much as the agents need the broker.
Absolutely.
And
The
honestly,
relationship.
Sherri has been a great broker. She's not just there giving you pamphlets and telling you to take courses and stuff like that, but she's there for agents.
She actually brought the course to you.
On a one-on-one basis.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you have problem, you come to Sherri, she's really supportive.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
know, and that's key.
Thank
That's-
you.
Love it. Love it.
You know.
Cool. So, do you have any more questions for him before we wrap things up? I think we had some good nuggets
Yes.
here, anything like that.
I'm good.
I didn't see chicken nuggets here. What's going on?
They're on their way. They're on
They're on
their
their
way.
way?
Yeah, we're on their day.
We need another party, that's what.
Another party.
Any final thoughts from you?
Knowledge is key, you know, and that's it. Basically, just keep learning. The more you learn, the more, you know, you're going to gain knowledge, and the more you're going to be successful.
And
Terrific.
the more you learn, the more you earn.
That's
That's
right.
right. It's a good one.
So we like to end the show every single week by each of us sharing a quote and each of us making a book recommendation.
Okay.
So we're gonna begin with you.
Yes.
All right.
So either a book or a quote, whichever one you
I'll
want
go
to do first.
Let's do a quote.
Okay.
Okay. What I like to say is I'm bringing families together one home at a time.
All right. So when you bring the families together, you bring the home together.
That's right.
Love it. That's a good one. Sherri, what's your quote?
Mine is, let me think. To take care of others, you have to take care of yourself first.
Nice.
I love that. I love that. And that is
Or of you.
Yeah, so that is so key right there. Can I say something about that real quickly?
Go ahead, absolutely.
Okay. You know, one of the things that I always say is that, you know, you have to selfishly take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you really can't take care of your family, and you really can't take care of your community, and you really can't take care of your buyers and your sellers because you haven't done the part of taking care of yourself.
Yes.
So that's freaking awesome.
Do I get one?
High five!
All right.
How do I top that quote now?
I don't know.
I can't even think of a quote right now.
I don't know, Sherri. You got to leave.
I'm out of here. All right. So, you know, how do we take what you just said right now, spin that, and turn that into a quote?
Sherri, you got to leave?
He's about to spin something. He's about to spin
So,
it.
Alright, I'm gonna spin me into a
I'm
quote.
about to spin it. So, what I'm going to say is, you know, in order for you to grow, leave
Nice.
your ego at the door. How do you like that one?
Nice. I
Nice.
like that.
That was good?
Yeah. Was that original or?
That's original. I just
You
used the
just
word
did
leave.
it.
Yeah,
That's right.
You ain't never heard me rap. You want me to turn it into a rap right now?
I don't know. Sherri
I like
B in the house.
Throw your hand. No, listen. We're good right there. Book recommendation, Rabeeh.
The 10X rule.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Grant
That's
Cardone.
Grant Cardone.
Love,
Nice.
love.
Nice.
That's always a good one to go back to.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Sherri.
Mine is Personal Success by Brian Tracy.
Love it. Love it. I've actually shared the stage with Brian Tracy back in 2009
Nice.
at a Tom Ferry seminar. So that was a very
Very
good
nice.
one.
Very nice.
Great mentor as well. So, book recommendation. from I to you is going to be. Gotta think of a good book now. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna give another Brian Tracy book.
Okay.
That actually made a huge impact for me in my life, and it's actually a book that I've actually like. What I loved about it is I treated it more like a textbook because at the end of every single chapter there was a series of questions that he would give, and I actually like back then like hand wrote them.
Oh, I think I know which book that is.
Yeah, and I would like really write down the answers. And the book's called Maximum Achievement by Brian Tracy. Very classic, very good. You all would love it. All right, any final thoughts, anyone?
What library is that book at? Because the one you wrote all the answers in?
Yeah.
Because
did you say what?
Cheat.
Yeah, you did say your book recommendation. I thought he was gonna say something else.
I said my book recommendation.
Yeah,
The Next Rule.
Yeah.
Everybody goes back to that. A lot of people read it, so it's a good book. Yeah.
I like that.
Love. Well, hey, good having you on board. Thank you, Sherri.
Great show.
All right,
Show.
awesome.
So, what I want you to do, because I know you got some good value from Rabeeh today, you got good value from Sherri today. What I want you to do is I want you to share this with as many people that you know who could benefit from the advice and the strategies that we've given today. Not the chicken nuggets, the strategies that we've given today. And I want you to just go to iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and a positive review because that's what keeps the show going. So thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Real Estate Leading Edge Podcast. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of the Real Estate Leading Edge Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with anyone you know who can benefit from the interview. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating and a positive review. Thank you, and see you next week.